Now we should concern about another security concern is about the SQL injection. Then for SQL injection, let's just go through it. There are several cases. The first case is that let's just run that. Wait for it. Let me run it with debug form so that we're gonna show you what's going on during execution start. So for SQL utility, I will start at the place to see what kind of command that we're going to execute. So you're gonna execute query during the login form. So I'll perform the SQL injection on login form, and that's why I'm gonna put a pause here at the execute query method so that you'll be able to see what query is actually generated and executed. So I will debug this one and try to perform some SQL injection. So okay. So for this one, we'll just skip them by now because those are some of the default query for data. Now the next one should be there. So if we at the login step, and let's say if you don't know username at all or the password at all, but you still want to log in, then you can just say okay, no or not known. Then this is a single quote. This is a single quote to cut that string off. Then I will say or 1 equal to 1. This one is just to tell that it's either not null or 1 equal to 1. So 1 equal to 1 will always be true there. So for this, then I just simply use a semicolon to stop there, the statement there, and use a comment out everything else by using 2 hyphens over here. Then remember that you need to add a space here because MySQL command requires a space after the 2 hyphen. So there must be a space here. So I will often type a space before this. Okay. Then right now you don't know the username. You have space up there and you don't know the password. You only check if 1 equal to 1. Then if you click on this one, it is now supposed to execute a command. It's gonna be like this. And if we look at that command, okay, we look at that command, and I'm going to copy that and paste it into here so it looks bigger for you to see. So it will form the query which is select start, ID start, name start, from start, where start username equal not known by now. And this single quote is the one that I added. So it's artificially closed the username, but actually the username is supposed to start from here. But because I manually added this single quote, it just stopped that string until here. Then I check the conditions or 1 equal to 1, which will always lead to true. Then the next one is I comment out everything else. So it will set like start password equal to something there, but it doesn't check it because I comment them out. And remember there is a space here. So if I execute this statement, it will successfully load the start. Okay, it will successfully load the start ID, which means that it will successfully log in. So if we get back to this, close it, and if we move on, it should be successfully logging. That's done. Okay, so that is the SQL injection if you do know the if you do not know the username. The next one is the SQL injections if you do know the username. You would like to log in by some specific username, but then you do not know. This one is an initial one also, but then you do not know the password. You could still log in. So for this one, if we do the login, then if you do not know if you do know the username, you say a account. I know a account, and artificially close it. That's it. Okay. then you are going to comment everything else by stop the statement by semicolon, add the 2 hyphen here to comment out everything, but remember to put space here. So space before this, okay, space before this. Then I don't know the password, so just ignore about the password. Login. So you'll see what command that will execute from here. We actually will execute from here. It generates and it will execute from here. So from here, we'll have this one, and I'm gonna copy this and paste it there, paste it into here. So what it does generate is that it's going to select the staff name from staff where the staff username equal a account. I just check by setting it equal a account. Then I comment everything else, so it doesn't check the password anymore. So if you do this, it will select the that username out. Okay. So if we move next here, it should successfully log in. Okay, it should successfully. If we continue and get back here, it should dismiss it. So it's successfully logged in, and it is logged in with the username that you specify. So the next one is if you don't know username, you don't know password, but you somehow know the staff role that you want. Let's say you want to have the admin right, then you can just do the SQL injection and log in by the admin role. So we'll do it this time. So this one is field of the initial SQL command, not related to login. So I'll just next. Now this one we're going to go through login, and I want to say okay, I don't know username, not no, or okay, or start role equal to 1. So I know the start role equal to 1 here. Okay, so I want that even though I don't know the username, but then I say or start role equal to 1. So it's just select all the stuff with role equal to 1. Then you're going to comment everything else by putting the 2 hyphens there, and remember a space before this. Okay, if you click on login, then you see what commands that we have here. That is this command. Okay, move to this, click on that, click on this. Okay, then we're going to have this command. Okay, so it's going to check if the staff username equal to not known, for sure it's return false. But you say or start role equal to 1, so it will select all the staff with role equal to 1. So in this case, if you run that, you'll have the start 2. Okay, you'll have that start 2 with the role equal to 1. So that's why we click on continue. Okay, then get here, it should be successfully logged in. Okay. So next SQL injection that we can that people may do, the commonly seen one, which is you may even perform some dangerous query like delete everything. So we just go to SQL utilities over here, and you should have the query strings, the URL to the database like this that we studied last time. But I will say allow multi-queries equal to true. So this one should allow you to run multi-queries at the time. Okay, not single queries. So if you do allow multi-queries at the time, this is a dangerous behavior, even though it's convenient. So it will allow you to run multiple queries in one statements execution. But then this I'm going to show you right now is a dangerous behavior because it allows you to people to do SQL injection So let's just try that one. So we're going to, if you want to just debug it and run, but you gotta debug it. Okay. So for this one, okay, this one is some initial queries, the forms. I'll just go. Now I have the form here. During the login, I will just say the username equal to not null. I don't know it, but that's fine. I don't need it. Then I'm going to use semicolon here to start the statement. Then I create the new statement which delete from student and another comment. Then I will add the hyphen, sorry, another semicolon here to start the statement. So when I use the single quote and there's semicolon here, I already finished one statement. Then I created new statement here which is delete from student, and I use the semicolon here and also the two hyphen here to comment out everything else. And always there is a space before the two hyphens, after the two hyphens. So a space before this. Then now if you execute this one, is to execute two statements. One is to select from the start and another one is to delete. So if you do login, okay, you'll see from here and see what command you're going to execute. So you are going to click on this and you are going to click on this. You will, I'll just show you this in MySQL what it's generated. Okay, so you'll see that this is the first command. Okay, command, the statement that you run. But we just inject another statement that we would like to run here. Okay, that's it here. So I will not run this statement here because if I run it here, for sure it's delete. Okay, the student. So I don't want to run it here. I want to really perform it in from here. So I will say close and I will continue. Okay, then over here it says incorrect username and password. It's true because we do not know the username and password, but the second one will get executed too. So you click on OK. Now we are going to really get to the database and see if we, I didn't run this, okay, but now I will select everything from student, and if you run this one, your student table now all gone. Okay, so that one is another dangerous behavior if you do not take care of that well. So that said, this one is allow multi queries equal to true. That said, we have SQL injection problem. Then what do we do? So we need to overcome SQL injection. The general idea is you should always sanitize your SQL statement to give escape characters for some of these special characters. But if you use specific JDBC, and one of the way is that you can use prepare statements instead of statements. So this one is what I already explained in the JDBC class. Okay, then you should not allow multiple queries. That was why I wanted to explain. Okay, so I will stop here by now. There are some other authorization I already said. Some other concerns like we should have protections from different types of users, external as well as internal. Connection information. So currently your connection information is stored inside here, and it may be decoded. Your Java file may be decoded, so there should be some way to encode your information or put this into configuration instead. So that one is some of the concern. Okay, and I think that is it.